testimonials, and I'm in this AMORES project as partly a school leader and partly a leader of Sønderborg municipality's participation in the AMORES project. My job in the AMORES project is to be the leader of the work package 3. And the work package 3 is about the pilot implementation of the methodology that we are creating. We are creating this new methodology, and we're trying to do different things in the pilot to see if this methodology works, and to develop e-artifacts. The AMORES project has given my school, my teachers and myself a knowledge of how to create e-artifacts. It has given us a possibility of cooperating with schools and teachers from different countries, and there's been a bilateral exchange with the Polish school as well, which we have gladly been a part of and has been very useful for us. And at the end of it, I see that this new methodology and the teachers that has been involved with this, they are going to present this methodology and so that we can use it at the whole school and perhaps in other schools at Sønderborg municipality.
I'm Mark Childs, and I work at Coventry University in the UK, and my responsibility is right at the start to kind of capture all the experience that was out there in this area. So it's called the state of the art. So it's any literature or any previous projects, to gather all that together so that we've got a place to start from and to build from when we're doing the rest of the project. So, and also it was to get lots of the experience of all the partners, because we have to remember that the school's already doing something along these lines, so we wanted to build on what the schools already have done. So that was right at the start. And now I've got another job, which is to do the evaluation. There's quite a few of us, but I'm supposed to be leading it. And so the evaluation of the learners, how well they learnt, which things they liked, which things they didn't, whether or not it's actually encouraged them to read or not, and also digital literacy. So it's not just about reading, it's about using technology, understanding how it all fits together, that kind of stuff. So from the student's point of view, but also from the staff. And I think an important part of teaching, or the important part of students learning, is that the teachers feel confident and the teachers have experience with using technologies. So what we were trying to do is find out which bits worked, which bits didn't, and when we've gathered all that together, we can then put guidelines together so that then other teachers in other schools can use our experience in promoting reading and digital literacy in their own schools. So that's my job. And then it's also to promote some of it. So because I've got the kind of university background, then I will be going to conferences, writing papers, to make sure that it gets out in the academic community as well. The other question was what stood out for me. I was thinking about this earlier, and it's going to sound really nerdy, but for me it was, I sent out a questionnaire to all the schools and then started to get data back. So it's asking students questions like, how often do you read? Do you like reading? What don't you like about reading? What was the last book you read? And getting that data back for the first time and reading, I got it from the Swedish school first of all, and there were well over 100 students, and there were one of them, the range of different answers that they gave and how many times they said it was boring or that they did one of the fascinating things that came out was that a lot of students say they love reading, but they never find time to read because playing games is more interesting or they've got too much homework to do. So just getting the first insight into the complications and the broad range of different experiences that children have of reading or of not reading, that was fascinating, and that's the sort of stuff that I think stood out for me as being one of the high points of the project. It sounds a bit pathetic because it's just me sitting at home reading a spreadsheet, but it was really fascinating stuff and quite funny as well. Students were saying things like, what was the last thing you read? And I'd ask them that, and they'd said, the question in this survey, and things like that. So there's a lot of humour coming through. So they're obviously having a lot of fun with it, but some really interesting things that I'd never thought of about students and children and how they read, what they read and why they read. So yeah, so looking forward to more of that.
I'm Biserka Matić-Roško. I'm a principal of primary school Horvati in Zagreb, Croatia. Our school is a partner school in AMORES Project. We hope that through the project activities we can improve reading skills of our students and motivate them to learn more. We think that using contemporary technology can help them to understand better what they are reading and can have positive impact on their reading skills as well as on literature learning. It is a really great pleasure to take part in this project and to work with our European colleagues and students, of course. And we know that we all have the same problems, how to motivate students to learn more. So after we finish this project, I hope it will be a much better situation.
My name is Gordana. I'm very happy to be a coordinator of the AMORES project, which is about motivating students to read in European schools. I'm coming from CANET. It's a Croatian national agency that supports teachers in using ICT in their classrooms. And we are aware that these days students read less and less and that they use computers more and more. And we CANET would like to show that computers can actually help students to improve their reading and literature learning. So we in CANET would like to show that computers can help students to learn literature and to read more for digital collaboration and creativity.
So my name is Nicholas Floratos. I'm coming from Greece, and I am working and representing a non-training consultancy company called NSF Cyber Access. The role of my company is to act as the dissemination leader in order to help AMORES project to disseminate, promote and raising awareness about the project results, and most importantly to have this engagement between stakeholders and the project actors. I mean, to have a dialogue. I have to admit that AMORES project is my hobby because my organization is not involved that much in European projects. We are more involved in providing some consultancy to other organizations on how to get involved and how to implement successful European projects. But in that respect, I believe AMORES is a very nice project, a very exciting one. I believe that its mission or its vision to increase digital literacy, national digital literacy among school education with a methodology based on ICT is something that is really needed, and it is something within my own personal interest because I'm doing also a PhD in open educational resources, student engagement and assessment. But I have to say also, being more or less at a coordination level responsible for the dissemination, all the partners have been very active in dissemination activities. They really do believe in this project, and this is one of the reasons that they have been doing a lot, and sometimes even more than what they are supposed to do. So a big thank you to all of them.
My name is Ragnar Larsson and I'm the headmaster of ABiS School4Child in Sweden. Our school is quite a big school. We have almost 500 students, and the students are in age group 12 to 16. We take part in the AMORES project with 2 years with students in the 9th grade and in the 7th grade. And we see that reading ability in Sweden has gone down over the years, and when we got contact over this project, we thought it was a good idea to see how we could improve reading and the love of reading using ITC as one tool among others. My school is very well equipped with ITC things. We have, all the students have their own iPads, we have a lot of computers and projectors, so we are very well equipped to take part in the project. And 3 of my teachers have been working very eagerly to try to extend and find new methods using the ITC. And so far it's been very positive. We haven't all the results yet, but we think this is a good way of making students more curious and find the love of reading.
Hello, my name is Dr. Jeff Walton. I am a senior lecturer in information sciences at Northumbria University, which is in the northeast of England in the United Kingdom. I am partner number 9 in the project, and my role was to lead work package 2, which was to develop a methodology, a teaching methodology for creating artifacts and to enable our school pupils and our students to get involved, more involved and more engaged in reading. And I think this is a fantastic idea to try and get pupils, kids, children more involved in reading. I think reading is an incredibly important thing. It's very enriching, and it's a great skill, and it helps them to get through their academic work and also help them when they go into their careers. One of the things I really like about the project is it involves people across Europe, and I've thoroughly enjoyed working with people in Croatia, in Denmark, Poland and Sweden. And I've loved meeting the children in Denmark, and I'm going to meet some in Sweden. I'm meeting some we're in Poland at the moment, and I'm meeting some more tomorrow. And this is a great joy to me, because I can see through the artifacts that the children are producing that they're really engaging with the process, and they seem to be getting more out of their reading, which is fascinating. And one of my jobs is to actually work out whether the project has had any effect, and whether it has actually helped the children to be more interested in reading and to be motivated to read and to get more out of the books and the stories that they read at school and at home.
So I'm Janet Hetherington, and I'm a partner from Staffordshire University, and I have been involved on the AMORES project working with my colleagues in the UK, in particular looking at ways in which we can make the research and the project activities participatory. So the team I'm part of is called the Creative Communities Unit, and we deliver work and projects and research that are based around looking at ways in which we can use participatory methods to encourage people to take control of issues and topics and research that's of interest to them. So in the case of AMORES, that's been about finding interesting ways to bring teachers, young people, families and communities together to explore how they deliver the project, but also how we get their feedback and ideas about how they think it's gone and what their experiences have been. I believe I've got to talk about something that I've really enjoyed and think is special and valuable to AMORES. And one of the things I was thinking about was the fact that I've seen the project from a number of perspectives now. So I've been part of a workshop with parents in the UK. I've been part of a workshop with all of the teachers. And I've also sat in partners meetings. And there's something that's quite interesting that I've observed from those 3 different sessions. And almost there's a thread that's run through them, and that's really been about how talking and discussing the creation of the artefacts, and in particular, how do we make this happen, how do we make it real, has been something which I've seen has ignited a passion in all 3 groups in the same way. So if I start with the young people and the parents, it was an audience that wasn't sure what they were going to hear about, and actually what happened through talking and playing around with some materials in terms of making their own artefacts, families became quite excited about the possibilities and started talking and engaging to each other, and to a certain extent started to lead the work themselves, and they did that with the support of the teachers who were similarly enthused by it. And the same process happened when we started working with the teachers in the early days of the project. Again, we sat around a table, we weren't sure what was going to happen, whether teachers would understand how they'd create the artefacts in the same way, but the same excitement started to happen when they started playing with the materials. And they created some fantastic things themselves. And finally, the partners, every time we've met, people have always had a story to tell about what happened when something was being created. So I think what's been really interesting has been how participating in creating the artefacts has really developed an enthusiasm for everyone, regardless of who you are in the project. And for me, that's something quite special.
Hello, my name is Grzegorz Grodek. I represent 36.6 Competence Center based in Lodz, Poland. We are a Polish partner of the project. We are responsible here for the quality assurance as well as the financial management. But of course we are delivering the piloting in the schools. I think this project is extremely interesting. It's totally new approach and methodology which involves the school. The idea is very interesting to encourage students to lead researcher. For Polish students it's also interesting to learn new cultures. They were, for example, recently on an exchange in Denmark, so not only they learn about new literature but also make friends and learn new cultures.